Did you know that the moment a younger man locks eyes with an older woman across a crowded room, there's actually a scientific reaction happening in his brain that's completely different from when he looks at someone his own age? And honey, if you've been wondering whether that gorgeous guy who's been giving you those lingering looks is actually into you, or if you're just imagining things, you're about to discover something that will blow your mind. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't just theory, it's based on real psychology, real stories, and real signs that most women completely miss. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never second guess those signals again. Let me tell you about my friend Sarah. She's 34, stunning, successful, the kind of woman who has her life together. Last month, she was at her local coffee shop when this incredibly handsome 26-year-old guy behind the counter started what seemed like small talk. But something felt different. He remembered her name after hearing it just once. He'd light up every time she walked in. He'd find excuses to chat longer, even when there was a line. But Sarah kept thinking, he's just being friendly. There's no way he's actually interested in someone like me. Well, plot twist, he asked her out last week, and when she finally said yes, he told her he'd been hoping she'd notice his signals for months. He said he was drawn to her confidence, her intelligence, the way she carried herself. He told her that every conversation with her felt like the highlight of his day. Sarah almost missed out on something beautiful because she didn't recognize the signs. And honey, I don't want that to happen to you. Sign number 1, the respect factor. Here's the first sign that will shock you. When a younger man is genuinely attracted to an older woman, he shows a level of respect that's completely different from how he interacts with women his age. I'm talking about the way he listens when you speak. Not just waiting for his turn to talk, but actually absorbing every word. He asks follow-up questions about things you mentioned weeks ago. He remembers details about your work, your passions, your stories. This isn't just politeness, ladies. This is reverence. When a man is attracted to an older woman, he recognizes that you've lived experiences he hasn't. He's not trying to impress you with his achievements, he's genuinely curious about yours. Watch for this. Does he put his phone away completely when you're talking? Does he lean in when you speak? Does he reference things you've told him in previous conversations? If yes, that's not just good manners, that's a man who's captivated by everything about you. Sign number 2, the protector instinct goes into overdrive. Now this one might surprise you because it's the complete opposite of what most people think. Society tells us that younger men with older women are looking for someone to take care of them, right? Wrong. When a younger man is attracted to an older woman, his protective instincts actually become stronger, not weaker. It's like something primal awakens in him. He wants to be your hero, even though he knows you don't need saving. He'll insist on walking you to your car, even in broad daylight. He'll carry your bags without being asked. He'll position himself between you and crowds. He'll check in to make sure you got home safe, even after the most casual encounters. I remember talking to Marcus, a 28-year-old who was head over heels for his 36-year-old colleague. He told me, I know she's got her life figured out way better than I do, but something about her just makes me want to make sure nothing ever hurts her. It's not that I think she's weak, it's that she's so valuable to me. That protectiveness isn't about thinking you can't handle yourself. It's about you being so important to him that he can't help but want to shield you from anything negative. Sign number 3, the time suspension phenomenon. This third sign is something that happens without him even realizing it, and it's absolutely magical when you know what to look for. When a younger man is genuinely attracted to an older woman, time literally stops matching to him when he's with you. I call this the time suspension phenomenon. He'll show up for a quick coffee and suddenly it's been 4 hours. He'll call to ask a simple question and you'll realize you've been talking for 2 hours straight. He'll suggest grabbing lunch and before you know it, you're watching the sunset together. But here's the kicker, he never seems rushed or like he has somewhere else to be. With women his age, he might be checking his watch or thinking about the next thing on his agenda. But with you, it's like the rest of the world fades away. This happens because older women offer something younger men rarely find with their peers: depth of conversation, emotional intelligence, and the ability to be present in the moment. When he's with you, He's not thinking about impressing anyone or playing games. He's just absorbed. Pay attention. Does he seem surprised when you mention what time it is? Does he say things like, "Has it really been that long?" Does he seem reluctant to end conversations or leave your presence? That's not coincidence. That's a man who's completely captivated. Sign number 4. The vulnerability switch. Here's something that will absolutely blow your mind about how younger men act when they're attracted to older women. They become more vulnerable than they've ever been with anyone else. This goes against everything society teaches us about young men, doesn't it? We think they're all about being tough, showing off, proving themselves. But when a younger man is genuinely drawn to an older woman, something incredible happens. All those walls come down. He'll share fears he's never told anyone. He'll ask for advice about things he'd usually pretend to have figured out. He'll admit when he doesn't know something instead of trying to fake it. He'll tell you about his dreams, his insecurities, his hopes for the future. I had a client, Emma, who was dating a 25-year-old. She told me, "He opens up to me in ways that shock me. He talks about feeling lost sometimes, about not having all the answers. He asks me what I think about his career decisions, his family drama, everything. His friends tell me he's never been like this with anyone." This vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the ultimate sign of attraction and trust. When a younger man feels safe enough to show you his real self, not the version he thinks he should be, that's when you know his feelings run deep. Look for this. Does he ask for your opinion on important decisions? Does he share personal struggles without you having to pry? Does he seem more emotionally open with you than you'd expect? That's a man who sees you as his safe harbor. Sign number 5. The future talk without pressure. Now this 5th sign is subtle but incredibly powerful. When a younger man is attracted to an older woman, he starts naturally including you in his future plans, but without any pressure or expectations. This is completely different from how younger men typically operate in relationships. Usually, they either avoid future talk entirely or they push for commitments too fast. But with older women, they find this beautiful middle ground. He'll mention a concert happening in 6 months and casually say, "We should go to that." He'll talk about places he wants to travel and include you in those dreams. He'll make plans weeks or months in advance like it's the most natural thing in the world. But here's what makes it special: there's no desperation in it. He's not trying to lock you down or prove how serious he is. He's just genuinely excited about experiencing life with you by his side. I remember Lisa telling me about her 27-year-old boyfriend. He was planning his friend's bachelor party and mentioned how he hoped I could meet everyone there. Not because he felt obligated to invite me, but because he genuinely wanted to share that experience with me. It felt so natural and pressure-free. This happens because older women bring a sense of stability and emotional maturity that makes younger men feel safe to dream about the future. You're not going to freak out if he mentions something happening months from now. You can handle that conversation with grace. Watch for it. Does he casually mention future events and include you? Does he make long-term plans without seeming anxious about your reaction? Does he talk about his goals and naturally include you in that vision? That's a man who's not just attracted to you now, he's attracted to a future with you. Sign number 6. The learning obsession. This 6th sign is one of my absolute favorites because it's so genuine and pure. When a younger man is attracted to an older woman, he becomes obsessed with learning from you. Not just about big life lessons, but about everything. How you handle stress. Why you choose certain restaurants. What books changed your perspective. How you've navigated challenges he hasn't faced yet. He'll ask questions that go beyond small talk. How did you know you were ready to buy your first house? What made you choose your career path? How do you stay so calm under pressure? He's not just making conversation, he's genuinely studying you because he admires who you are. But here's what makes this different from just seeking advice: he remembers everything you tell him, and more importantly, he applies it. You'll see him using strategies you mentioned. He'll reference conversations you had months ago. He'll even start adopting some of your mannerisms or perspectives. Jennifer, one of my clients, noticed this with her 29-year-old partner. He started reading the same news sources I mentioned. He changed how he handled conflicts at work based on something I told him about managing difficult people. He even started enjoying wine because he wanted to understand something I was passionate about. This learning obsession happens because he doesn't just see you as a romantic interest, he sees you as someone he genuinely wants to become more like. Your maturity, your wisdom, your approach to life, it all fascinates him. Pay attention. Does he ask deeper questions about your experiences? Does he remember and apply advice you've given? Does he show genuine curiosity about your perspectives on life? That's not just attraction, that's admiration at its deepest level. Sign number 7, the social circle integration. Here's a sign that most women completely overlook, but it's absolutely crucial. When a younger man is genuinely attracted to an older woman, he doesn't just want to keep you separate from his world. He actively wants to integrate you into his social circle. Now, this might seem counterintuitive. You might think he'd be embarrassed or worried about what his friends would think. But the opposite is true when his attraction is real and deep. He'll invite you to meet his friends, not with anxiety, but with genuine excitement. He wants them to see what he sees in you. He'll bring you to parties, game nights, casual hangouts. He'll include you in group chats and ongoing jokes. But here's the beautiful part: he doesn't present you as some trophy or try to justify the age difference. He just presents you as you, the amazing woman he's crazy about. I'll never forget what happened with my client Rachel. Her 26-year-old boyfriend invited her to his friend's birthday party. She was nervous about being the oldest person there, but he was so naturally proud to have her with him. His friends later told her they'd never seen him so happy and relaxed with anyone. One of his buddies even pulled her aside and said, "I don't know what you did to him, but he talks about you constantly. And not in an annoying way, in a way that makes us all want to find someone who makes us feel the way you make him feel." This integration happens because when a younger man is truly attracted to an older woman, he's not seeing an age gap, he's seeing a partner he's proud to be with. Your maturity actually becomes an asset in his social circle, not something to hide. Look for this. Does he invite you to social events without hesitation? Does he introduce you proudly to his friends? Do his friends seem to genuinely welcome and respect you? That's a man who's not just attracted to you in private, he's proud to have you in every part of his life. Sign number 8, the communication evolution. This 8th sign is fascinating, and it's something that happens gradually, so you might not notice it at first. When a younger man is attracted to an older woman, his entire communication style evolves to match your level of emotional intelligence. Think about how most younger men communicate. Short texts, surface-level conversations, avoiding deep emotional topics. But something magical happens when they're genuinely attracted to an older woman. They rise to meet your communication standards. His texts become more thoughtful. Instead of "Hey, what's up?" you start getting messages like "I was thinking about what you said earlier about finding balance, and it really resonated with me." He starts expressing emotions he might have kept buried before. He begins initiating conversations about feelings, future goals, and meaningful topics. He asks how your day really was and actually wants to hear the answer. He shares what's going on in his head and heart. Michelle told me about her experience. At first, he texted like every other guy his age, pretty basic stuff. But within a few weeks, our conversations became so much deeper. He started opening up about his relationship with his family, his career anxieties, his dreams. It was like being with him awakened this more mature, emotionally aware version of himself. This evolution happens because older women don't accept surface-level communication. You've learned that real connection requires real conversation. And when a younger man is genuinely attracted to you, he'll rise to meet that standard because the connection he feels with you is worth the effort. Notice this. Has his communication style become more mature since you've been talking? Does he initiate deeper conversations? Does he express emotions more freely with you? That's not just good communication, that's a man who's growing because of his connection with you. Sign number 9, the energy shift. This 9th sign is something you'll feel more than see, and it's absolutely unmistakable once you know what you're looking for. When a younger man is genuinely attracted to an older woman, there's a complete energy shift in how he carries himself around you. With women his own age, younger men often feel like they need to perform. They're trying to impress, competing for attention, putting on a show. But with you, all that performance anxiety melts away. He becomes more relaxed, more authentic, more genuinely himself. It's like he can finally exhale. The swagger is replaced by genuine confidence. The need to prove himself is replaced by the comfort of just being. But here's the incredible part, while he becomes more relaxed, he also becomes more attentive. It's not that he's less engaged, he's differently engaged. More present, more focused, more genuinely interested in everything about you. Carmen described it perfectly. When I watch him with women his age, he's always on trying to be funny, trying to be impressive. But with me, he's just real. He laughs at my jokes instead of trying to one-up them. He listens instead of waiting to speak. It's like he trusts that I'll like who he actually is. This energy shift happens because older women offer something younger men rarely experience: unconditional acceptance. You're not judging him against other guys his age or keeping score of his achievements. You're appreciating him for who he is, which allows him to actually be who he is. Feel for this. Does he seem more relaxed and authentic with you than you've seen him with others? Does his energy feel different when it's just you two versus when you're in groups? Does he seem genuinely at peace in your presence? That's the energy of a man who's found his safe space with you. Sign number 10, the commitment clarity. And finally, the 10th sign that absolutely seals the deal: when a younger man is genuinely attracted to an older woman, he develops what I call commitment clarity. This means he knows exactly what he wants, and he's not afraid to show it. This is the complete opposite of the typical younger man dating pattern. Usually, they're confused, non-committal, keeping their options open. But something about being with an older woman brings out this incredible sense of certainty. He doesn't play games because he recognizes that you won't tolerate them. He doesn't send mixed signals because he understands you've moved past that phase of life. He's direct about his feelings, clear about his intentions, and consistent in his actions. He'll delete dating apps without being asked. He'll introduce you as his girlfriend with pride. He'll make plans that show he's thinking long-term. He'll have the "what are we" conversation before you even need to bring it up. I remember Sarah from my opening story telling me, "I've never experienced anything like it." With guys my age, there's always this dance around commitment. But with him, it was like he knew from the first few dates that he wanted to be with me. No games, no confusion, just pure intention. This commitment clarity happens because older women inspire a different kind of attraction in younger men. It's not just physical or based on novelty, it's based on genuine compatibility, deep respect, and emotional connection. When all those elements align, commitment stops feeling scary and starts feeling inevitable. Look for this. Is he clear and direct about his feelings? Does he make definitive plans rather than keeping things vague? Does he act like a committed partner even before you've had the official conversation? That's a man who's not just attracted to you, he's chosen you. Ladies, I want you to take a deep breath and really absorb what we've talked about today. These 10 signs aren't just random behaviors, they're the roadmap to recognizing when a younger man's attraction to you is genuine, deep, and worth your time. Remember Sarah from the beginning? She almost missed out on something incredible because she couldn't believe that a younger man could be genuinely attracted to her. But now she knows the truth, and so do you. Age is just a number when the connection is real. Your experience, your wisdom, your emotional maturity, these aren't obstacles to overcome. They're gifts that the right man will treasure. So the next time you catch that gorgeous younger guy looking at you with those lingering glances, don't automatically assume he's just being friendly. Look for these signs. Trust your instincts. And most importantly, trust that you are absolutely worthy of this kind of deep, genuine attraction. Here's something most women don't realize: confidence is the ultimate multiplier for all these signs. When you carry yourself with the knowledge that you're an incredible catch, when you embrace your experience and maturity as strengths rather than limitations, these signs become even more pronounced. Younger men are drawn to older women who own their power, so embrace yours fully. If this video opened your eyes to possibilities you hadn't considered before, I want you to hit that like button and let me know in the comments which sign resonated with you most. Have you experienced any of these with a younger man? Share your story. Your experience might be exactly what another woman needs to hear.